I am altering these swim trunks today because this string in the front doesn't actually tighten enough. It can only come that far. So I've taken some red embroidery floss friendship bracelet thread from a kit. The point is just that it's thick. And I came down here to where the elastic stops and anchored my stitch on, fed it through the channel so that you can't see, and I'm going to trim it very long at first here. And I'll show you exactly how I did those first steps because I'm going to do the same thing on the next side. I'm going to find the end of this. I just happened to already have it on the needle last time. Okay. I've got more than I need because I want to be able to store the needle with some of this on it, since it's easier to find the red thread than it is to find the tiny little needle. There we go. Now that I've got it fed through my needle, I'm going to find my two ends, line them up, and then, trying to turn it so that you can see. I'm going to cross and pull through. I'm just going to pinch and kind of keep one finger pushing that loop so that this goes down to the end. And I'll slide my fingers so that the needle gets centered. And so I did the one side, and I'm going to come across this other side. And we've got the scrunched up elastic right here, and then here's where it stops. So I'm just going to go through the top layer of fabric here so my stitch doesn't show up on the outside. Just a small section coming through. There we go. And before I pull my string all the way through, I'm going to separate the two strands and put my needle through it. And then pull tight. And that is an anchored stitch. That's going to stay in place real well. So now, right next to that, I'm going to go into this top layer of fabric, but I'm not coming back out yet. I'm going to slide the needle, and I can feel the needle in the fabric here. So I'm just being mindful of my fingers and making sure that I don't come out the front. I'm going to bunch up the fabric, pinching the needle through the fabric, and I'm going to wiggle the back here so that it can slide over the yarn. Yeah. Once we get up here to the front, I have stopped right behind these. The point is just to leave about an inch, inch and a half of space between the two strands so that you have room to actually tie it without them being right on top of each other. So once I've gotten the needle, which I can feel is right here, as far as I want it, I'll poke back through and pull. And it's starting to snag there too, so I'm just gonna spin it, wiggle it in a little circle until it pulls through. And I'm gonna pull the string tight, but not scrunch it, because I want these trunks to be able to be worn all the way until they really don't fit anymore. And then for the string, I'm going to make 2 slip knots so that this is an adjustable waistband. And so first, I'm going to take these and cross it one over the other. So now I've got that. And then I'm going to take my tail there and go back over itself. Pull that through and go over itself and pull that through again to secure that knot. You can see this knot now freely slides around on that. And then right next to that, hello kitty, I'm going to do the same thing with the other string. So I'm going to go around the other and then around itself and pull through. I'm going to try and keep these knots kind of close together, but not directly on top of each other. And then you can see that these can slide opposite directions of one another. This one, there we go. And so I'm going to make that second knot around itself to secure it. And so now, if I pull these, I should be able to tighten up this waistband a little bit by pulling both of them forward. You see it scrunched up right here. And then with them both pulled forward, I can slide these knots away from each other. And now my pants are tightened up a bit. And then because they slide, when inevitably we need to take them off, you can slide them back toward each other and get that slack back into your trunks and open them back up to full. So yeah, I am going to trim these tails, but I'm going to trim it like 2 inches out so that I've got strings to pull on, and those will just stay inside. You won't be able to see them.